I'm 100% ready for the show, Mr. I'm very excited.
Fantastic. What are your views for the MTN8 games that took place last week?
I won't lie. I haven't actually gotten back into the spirit of football yet because it's been gone for so long. I miss it so much.
Hello and welcome to the Diski Preview Show. It's the 2020-2026 season, and what a way to start it with the MTN8. Already 4 teams have qualified for the semi-finals. My name is yours truly, Mr. E, and for the analysis and expertise, here in the studio. It can never get any way better than this. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you the one and only Mr. Mo.
Mr. E, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
You can make a man feel like he's about to go boxing.
Yeah.
You're making me feel like I'm about to fight for a world title.
Yeah, are you ready for the show?
I'm 100% ready for the show, Mr. E. I'm very excited.
Fantastic. What are your views for the MTN8 games that took place last week?
I won't lie. I haven't actually gotten back into the spirit of football yet because it's been gone for so long. I miss it so much.
You miss it so much, man.
I think that the sad thing is that this year we were blessed with the FIFA Club World Cup. But because it's happening all the way in the US, the stadiums on full, the entrances, as a WWE.
I thought I was watching WWE at one time.
So now we're back to the real thing. PSL
more certainly. That's just the sense of how the Diski Preview Show will be like today as we take a look at the 2 big games that will be happening over the weekend, where Chippa United will be welcoming Mamelodi Sundowns, Sandawana, while at the Winelands, Stellis, they will be playing against Kaizer Chiefs at the Outlawn Stadium. Stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to be taking a look at our first featured game. It's Chippa United versus Mamelodi Sundowns. You are still watching the Diski Preview Show, and thank you very much for staying with us as we take a look at our first featured game, where Chippa United, they finished at position number 11 last year, and they'll be facing the champions. That's Mamelodi Sundowns. Mr. Mo, Mamelodi Sundowns coming from a victory against Richards Bay.
Yeah,
they set their sights on Chippa United on day number 1, match day number 1.
Yeah,
your thoughts, please.
Well, first things first, you have to acknowledge the fact that Sundowns is in a different world now. Of course, after the
way
FIFA
ahead
Club,
of most of the teams.
Yeah, I know. You know where Sundowns is right now in Mpilo. If I don't let Chispo if he cast. Yeah, I'm taking quarter clip. But money quarter 12 rand. Are you sure you're okay? So I think honestly speaking, it's a good time for Sundowns. They're coming back to a league that they won now for, recent memory. I think it stretches beyond 3 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
So for them, it's a matter of coming back, cementing their position. But I think the one that they want will be the Continental Crown.
Yeah.
Because for the Continental Crown, they'll look at what happened last season with Pyramids. Pyramids FC came and overtook them and won the title. After they had one of the best campaigns in the competition. They went to the FIFA Club World Cup. They were the best team to come out of Africa. So a lot of that will be sitting in the back of their minds. The fact that some of their key stars they've managed to keep in their roster, it also tells a lot about the ambition of the club. To say, listen, we're going to keep you guys so that we can go on and win these things next season.
Talking about keeping players, I watched the match. They played against Richards Bay. Notable absentees were Ushalulile and Ribeiro. Any views what could be happening there?
Yeah, well, I've heard rumors that I think it is Flamengo.
Yeah.
Flamengo or Fluminense.
Fluminense.
Yeah, one of the two.
Fluminense.
I think it's Fluminense.
Yeah.
They're interested in the player. So I'm not sure.
Ribeiro.
Yes, I'm not sure how true that is. But at the same time, they still have so many a wealth of talent at the club.
Yeah.
They have Uatha Sales, who's proven to be, a talent for the future. But like I said, this is the first season the coach is going to be in charge the entire season. Hopefully he'll be there come December and then come March next year. So for them, you have to work with what you've got. And I think one big thing that we always look at is if a player is missing, we think transfer window still open.
Yeah.
He's probably leaving. But maybe the coach is resting him. He's saying, listen, I need you for the PSL.
Yeah, because I saw a lot of, I saw rumors, not a lot. I saw rumors that he was not part of the training squad, and then later on he joined the club and so on, only not to feature in their first game in the MTN8. Probably, maybe the coach is looking beyond him.
Of course, he has to look beyond him. I mean, number one, he had a great season, number one. He had a great tournament in the FIFA Club World Cup.
Yeah.
So it's unrealistic to think that offers are not coming in.
They should be coming in.
If offers are coming in, you have to always, look to the players that you trust to take his place, to say, guys, I need you to pull up your socks. I need you to do a job for me.
Yeah.
So if you want to do a job for me, gents, I need you to step up and show us that this guy or this legend, this talent, this 5-star player is not the only person we can rely on. We can also rely on you guys.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, that would be great news to see Ribeiro to leave the country.
But you think they'll let him go?
I don't think they'll want to, but if the offer is that good, Mr. E, like I said, right now Sundowns is operating on a different level altogether. After the FIFA Club World Cup, I assume that from my perspective, he's not the only one that's probably getting offers from abroad.
Yeah.
So I think at this moment in time, the club is looking at the season, but yet they're looking at personnel.
Yeah.
And if he was going to leave, I think the club would have gone into the market right now and bought some form of replacement for him.
Yeah, but they've got depth. See. I think they do have depth. I mean, okay, let's leave Ribeiro. Let's talk about the left-hand side, where we will have the likes of Umutau. I know there is, what's his name? Lunga. Lunga is there. The third
Lunga.
person. The third person would be Mudiba.
Yes.
Mudiba is also there. There's also somebody there, the fourth person. It shows how much depth Mamelodi Sundowns have.
You have to have depth, Mr. I mean, think about the tournaments that Sundowns has to play in. All the obligations they have this season. The CAF Champions League.
Yeah.
It's the FIFA Club World Cup they just came out of.
Yeah.
It's the PSL.
Yeah.
It's the MTN8.
Yeah.
It's the Nedbank Cup. It's the Carling Cup.
Carling Cup as well.
That's 6 trophies that they have to participate in.
Yeah.
And that's a schedule that's going to take about 9 months of the year.
So it's going to be a very busy year for them.
You need the depth.
Yeah.
You can't play football. Yeah. I think one thing that football is going to be doing over the next 5 years, and more clubs will jump onto the bandwagon. I mean, at this moment in time, 5-10 years ago, football was about who had the best 11.
Yeah.
Then about 5 years ago, it was about who had the best 11 plus a good bench.
Yeah.
But now it's coming into who has the best 11, a good bench, a good group of reserves.
Yeah.
Because
I'm looking at Mamelodi Sundowns. I think from their players, you can have like 2 or 3 more teams equally capable of performing at that level.
It's no longer the time of stars, Mr. E. It's the time of finding a system that works across every format that you're going to be playing in.
Yeah.
Because you can't use the same group of players across all tournaments. Yeah. What if Ribeiro gets injured?
Yeah.
We saw it last season with Zwane.
Yeah.
Once Zwane got injured, Sundowns had to now compensate for the lack of Zwane in the midfield.
Yeah.
So you have to think about it from that perspective to say, at this moment in time, we have one thing and one thing only we have to make sure. We have to make sure we have enough quality players to be able to participate. Because when you play on the continent, then you have to come back, play in the league, then play in a cup. Then next week you're playing in another cup. You understand? Those players you can't use the same players. They're going to get fatigued.
Yeah.
So
certainly.
You're going to have a good season all the way till April. Then come April, things are going to fall apart. We've seen it before with many teams. So for them, the rotation is going to be very important. The group of players that they have is going to be very important. And if you looked at what Sundowns has been doing in their transfer strategy, they've been going more for international players. I think that was in preparation of the World Cup. But now that they've got the World Cup out of the way, they're focusing on the future. Their goal will be to get more international players because now Sundowns is a household name, I assume, around the world. So the more talent they'll get, there's going to be enough squad depth for them to be able to be competitive in every tournament they play.
Okay. Now, Peter Shalulile, Shasha, one of their top goal scorers at Mamelodi Sundowns there. It doesn't seem like he's going to play for Mamelodi Sundowns this season.
Well,
I think he's been getting offers from Saudi Arabia and Iran. I think oil money is calling him.
Yeah, well, that's true, Mr. E. I mean, he'll have to move. I mean, oil money has now become a problem in many leagues around the world where clubs are just coming in and saying, we want this player. They put an obscene offer. And then the player's gone, Mr. E. But like everything in football, this will come and go as well. I mean, at this point, they're running out of stars to try and poach. And most stars are refusing to go now. The likes of when Ronaldo went there, it looked like they were just picking any player they wanted. They wanted Firmino, they got him. They wanted Fabinho, they got him. They wanted Sadio Mane, they got him. They got Koulibaly, who was also one of the best centre-backs on the planet. They got him. They got Bono from Morocco, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. They got him. So now you're looking at what's happening with those rumours now. The players are refusing to go. You know, the players are now fighting back to the clubs and saying, I don't want to go to Saudi Arabia. I'd rather stay here or go to another European team. So at this moment in time, the money debate that the oil clubs are coming with sometimes not as enticing. Players are looking at career more than they are looking at their pockets.
Okay, fantastic. Now, Mamelodi Sundowns will be playing against Chippa United as they kickstart their campaign for defending the Champions League this season. How do you think they're going to fare against the team that finished at position number 11 last year?
I think Chippa United also has to go, start to raise up to the occasion. They're one of the bigger, the older clubs in the league now. So now they have to start actually trying to vie for the top 8 again. I mean, Chippa United has a lot of history now behind them. So I think from Sundowns' perspective, Chippa United would love to upset them on the opening day. But then at the same time, Sundowns would want to have a smooth opening day because they still have the MTN8 to worry about. So I think it'll be a competitive match, but Chippa United I'll have to honestly say it won't be easy for them.
Most certainly it's not going to be easy for them. Before we get into the prediction side of that match, I just wanted to find out from you, do you think Mamelodi Sundowns will be able to defend their championship this year?
I think Sundowns are the favourites in terms of every season that we come into. And defending the title, I think, won't be as easy as they thought it was in the past. That depends mainly on what's happening at Orlando Pirates. I mean, the new coach that's come in, he relishes the opportunity to play there. To coach there. So they have to look at the likes of the Pirates, the likes of Stellenbosch, teams that finished second and third last season. And the season before, again, finished second and third. So those are the big headaches for East Sundowns. And the main problem with these two clubs, I think the main issue has been for Orlando Pirates specifically, their performances in the derby. That's always held them back in terms of that missing 6 points, that missing 4 points. For Stellenbosch, it's always been their results against the local Cape Town teams. Something about derbies in South Africa what decides the league. So this season, Pirates has to improve if they're going to take it. Stellenbosch needs to step up if they're going to take it.
Sekhukhune as well.
Sekhukhune, always hovering in the top 4. They'll be a dangerous side. But like I said, out of those 4 teams that were sitting in the top 4 last season, those 2 for me need to step up. I think for Stellenbosch, it has become an issue of we've seen them in the Conference League. Not conference, confederations. We've seen them in the confederations more than once now. Now the question is, can they step up to the Champions League? Because even last season, I think the season before this one, they were vying. Remember, they were vying for the second spot. They had it firmly gripped. Then towards the end of the season, 2-3 games, they lost it. So I think Stellenbosch, they need to prove to us now that they can at least get the CAF Champions League and stop this confederation thing. For Pirates, second star is beckoning again. Can they make it happen this season? Last season, they made it all the way to the semi-finals, only to be knocked off the perch by Pyramids FC, who would become eventual champions. I always say that if you get knocked out by eventual champions, it looks at you to say you are a very quality side because you got knocked out by the eventual winners of the tournament.
Okay, fantastic. Now, can we quickly get the predictions for that game? It's going to take place on Saturday, 3 o'clock.
Where are you going to be?
Chippa United versus Mamelodi Sundowns.
Well, Mr. E, I don't know. My prediction is going to go with Sundowns. I'm going to Pretoria with this one. Okay. Where are you going?
I'm going to Pretoria. I'm going to be there anyway.
Samba song.
Samba song. Any goals?
I think when it comes to goals, I think...
They've been ruthless of late. That's Mamelodi Sundowns.
65 goals scored in 28 matches last season.
And they would like to build on that.
You know one thing I think people don't notice about Sundowns? They finished the season always below 15 goals conceded. So if you look at the last 2 seasons, last season was 13 goals. The season before, they set on single digits who was, after 25 matches, they were still chasing it. So I think, for me personally, I think you have to be worried about that, more about them conceding than scoring goals. So for me, I think Sundowns will score the goals. I'm not sure how many.
But over 2.5, 3.5?
I think over 2.5.
Remember, it's just a couple of weeks after playing in that FIFA Club World Cup. So I think they are fine-tuned to make sure that they score a lot of goals and pick up the maximum points.
But Chippa United must also be careful because you don't want to start the season off with like 8-0.
Hey!
It's going to demoralize you. So for now, I just go for a very calm, very savory 3-0. Yeah.
Okay, so 3-0. Okay, those are the predictions of Mr. Mo. He's saying Mamelodi Sundowns will come out winners on Saturday when they play against Chippa United by 3-0. What are your thoughts of the 2025-2026 season? Do you think Mamelodi Sundowns will be able to cement their position as one of the top clubs, not the top clubs, but the champions? Oh, they're going to face stay in competition and the likes of Orlando Pirates and maybe Kaizer Chiefs. Can I throw Kaizer Chiefs into the picture?
Yes, you
maybe
can.
Kaizer Chiefs there, and then we have Skukune. Let us know in the comments section. Stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be taking a look at the next game, which will be taking place at the Winelands. Stellenbosch versus Kaizer Chiefs. Now let's take a look at the other potentially big encounter between Stellenbosch. And Stellenbosch, by the way, they finished at position number 3 in the last season. They'll be facing Kaizer Chiefs that finished at position number 9. I think it's going to be a big one. Is number 9, is that the scoreline that you...
No, it's not the scoreline. I'm just letting you know.
The position of Kaizer Chiefs.
100%. It's following the trend of the iconic number 9s.
Yeah. So Kaizer Chiefs will be playing against Stellenbosch on Sunday, 5:30. That's when the game is going to kick off. What are your thoughts on that?
Mr. E, when it comes to Kaizer Chiefs, don't say there's excitement in my voice, but there needs to be excitement around this club. Thinking back a few seasons ago, we had a protest on our hands. When the March to Naturena was organized on Twitter. The guys were saying enough is enough. There. They issued a memorandum. We look now, a few years later, there's a sporting director. There's an overall direction to the club. It's no longer a shallow shell of itself, but it's looking like a club that is actually going in the right direction. So, in Tokala,
but they've been cooking for too long, man. More.
No, Mr. E, like I said, remember last season we made a few pointers. Number one was in Tokala was that as a club, the fans of Orlando Pirates used to be patient with the manager. Because remember the musical chairs we had? Stuart Baxter out. Chigi Chigi, Kevin Hunt out. Chigi Chigi, Arthur Swan out.
Manget.
You understand? Whoever had that job, it felt like he was holding, Ubambeli Toch, Bambalanya Nyaboy. Kevin Johnson.
Also out.
The way he also left, you understand? Everyone was getting the boot, and then now.
But looking at Tunab, I think he's getting the support that he requires right now. I think they've managed to bring in a couple of very good players. I mean, at Kaizer Chiefs, so there's not going to be any excuse this year to say we're still building.
But I mean, if you look at it now, we've said everything that can be said about Kaizer Chiefs. The winning of that trophy. Almost felt like a breath of fresh air for Kaizer Chiefs fans because, like I said, they need to have something. You have to take something home. If you can't take something home, you're going to lose the fans. And what happened? They took home, the
Nedbank Cup.
The Nedbank Cup. And all of a sudden, the fans were like, "Nah, we can keep Nabi around."
And they now have confidence in the club.
That's what the club needed. That's what the club, because the club was not going to let go of Nabi. They needed someone who can stay there, someone who can impart his vision, someone who can have players that look up to him. Because now the thing is, when you're always chopping and changing players, players don't climatize to the coach. Then there's too much bad blood. I was signed by the previous coach. I was signed by the coach before him. He wanted me to play this way. I don't fit into your system. So a lot of it is now, I hope for Nabi is going to be on the brighter side of things. His captain is now gone all the way to Austria. I'm not sure I think it's Austria.
Austria, yes, it is.
Not Australia, Austria. So the captain is gone, Yusuf Mart. It shows you a regime change there. Because now the leadership of the players is now going to change. Now,
who do you think is going to be the captain now?
I don't know yet.
Miguel?
I don't know if it's going to be Miguel Cardoso or... But look, it's whoever they choose as captain. I think Kaizer Chiefs, the one thing that they do right is they're very ceremonial in how they do things. So they need to be ceremonial about it and present the captain to the players. I mean, not to the players, to the fans. To the fans and say this is your official. club captain. Maybe they've done it on social media, I haven't checked. But once the season starts, they need someone, the fans, the players can get behind, hold be on the pitch, making sure that they deliver. But what a loss for Yusuf Martin.
Yeah, it is.
What a loss
definitely. It is. I think, we're here in the studio a couple of months back talking about his work rate. I mean, he's quite a very good player. But for them to lose him, I don't know, maybe there's a financial aspect to that. Maybe they needed some money to buy some more players. But at the end of the day, the club has to keep on playing.
Well, the club has to keep on playing, Mr. E, and I'll be honest. A player like that leaves, he leaves a big gap.
Yeah.
Yes, then obviously in the terms of leadership, the relationships, style of play.
Umteta is there, Unyambos.
Yeah, he's there, but the argument I heard the other day that someone was saying that is that he's more of a, a utility player. He's not really a specialized player in terms of, breaking down defenses, taking the ball and playing forward. He's more building. He's more going to break down the defenses. So at the end of the day, I'm still waiting to see how Kaizer Chiefs will play. But from the preseason friendlies we've seen, a lot has to be discussed. A lot has to be seen. When they play like that just because it's preseason, and they're going to change their style of play now that the season is starting. Those are questions that we will get answers to this weekend.
But I understand a couple of weeks back they were playing in, was it Holland?
Yes,
they were their off season. Yeah, there was in Holland.
I call it.
They played against FC20 that beat them by 2-1.
I call it the Bernard Parker derby.
Yeah, you should have been there. Should have travelled with it. Maybe because he's now at TS Galaxy, he can't do that. But I think his heart would have been in that match.
He's a legend on both sides.
He's a legend on both sides, yeah. But you think their preseason was successful? I mean, looking at the fact that they only won one game and then they lost a couple of them. And they also went on to lose the Toyota Cup.
Well, Mr. E, it's the...
For the Toyota Cup, I think they should have won that.
Yeah, but, Mr. E, the drawing board, The drawing board. You like I said, I've been raving about Yusuf Martin. Now the fans will see what the raving was all about.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when a team is underperforming, we look at the person who is performing as the problem. So sometimes when you have a bad team, you look at the best player and you say, but you should be carrying us more. He's already carrying all he can. Now with him gone,
there's a big void.
There's a big void. There's a very big void. So let's just hope those are preseason results. There's some teams they have bad preseasons. Come the season, they fly.
Yeah. But for Kaizer Chiefs, what a way to start your season against Stellenbosch that finished at position number 3. I think that's a tight encounter as compared to Mamelodi Sundowns. They're going to be playing against Chippa United. I think that one is going to be a stroll in the park for them. But for Kaizer Chiefs, that's a very, very big encounter for them because they need to show on day number 1 whether they will be able to compete with some of the big teams or rather compete with the big 4. Currently.
Well, Mr. E, let's start with this. Stellenbosch preseason, they've done well. MTN8, they went out last week. They won 3-2 against Amazulu, a game where Athazwane would have felt that result must go his way. But, at the full 90 minutes, it wasn't going their way. They went all the way through to the 120th minute, only for Stellenbosch to edge it at the last possible minute. So, Mr. E, ukhala kusiza. But yeah, I mean, Stellenbosch, like I said, is a different breed of animal. And over the past few seasons, they've shown us that besides Mamelodi Sundowns, besides Orlando Pirates, they are the next best thing. And they've won the trophies to prove it. They've played the football to prove it. They've shown up when they needed to show up. So for Kaizer Chiefs now, they need a baptism of fire. Let's be honest. Kaizer Chiefs needs to start the season with a big clash. There's no this thing, Chiefs.
Maybe
baptism of fire, my friend. Let the tone be set. Because
right now,
the problem with Kaizer Chiefs is that the fans are used to getting so many excuses.
They'll run away. They'll run out of excuses pretty soon.
They've gotten so many excuses that they're now good at creating excuses. So when you ask them, what's wrong with your club? They say, no, the leadership. Now they've moved from the leadership to, Umar Tuseka Hambi. So you see at some point you have to decide to play football. So I think it's good that they're going to start the season against Stellenbosch. I think they'll surprise us.
That's
because
Chiefs.
I think they'll surprise us, especially if Nabi can't do it now.
He will not do it for the rest of the season.
He won't do it for the rest of the season. If he can show up against Stellenbosch and come back with the result, even if it's a draw, I think he won't do it for the rest of the season. It doesn't get easier.
What do you think of the signings for Kaizer Chiefs? Do you think they're going to be effective?
I think with Kaizer Chiefs, like I've always said, they've always bought what they have. There's some odd reason they always buy what they have.
Yeah.
They buy a Mart for Mart.
But I'm worried about Kaizer Chiefs because they seem to have let some of the very good players slip and go to other clubs. I'm looking at the likes of Apollos. Apollos should have made his way to Kaizer Chiefs. I think he was going to be much more effective. And by the way, he scored on his debut for Orlando Pirates. Against his former club. That's the type of player that Kaizer Chiefs needs right
Mr.
now.
E, have we not sat here before and said that Kaizer Chiefs need to take the DDC side and graduate those players more?
Yeah, I know there's one or two that have been graduated, but
a lot of what's happening at Kaizer Chiefs is too many opinions are driving them in the wrong direction. That's why I said, as long as the coach can stay there long enough to be able to create a club identity, a strategy, a plan, then the club will go somewhere. But at this moment in time, I can't see it happening because why? Too many opinions, too many directions, and too many counterproductive actions from the club. You can't sign a style of player that you already have. Instead, like, you don't see a club that says, oh, we have Mo Salah, let's go sign another left winger. They say, okay, fine, we have Mo Salah, let's look at the other wing.
Yes.
So
let's reinforce or cement another position.
I mean, when Kaizer Chiefs came into this season with the preseason, it felt like they looked at Abochive Rivo, who they bought last season, and said, we need someone on top of Shiva. Why did you buy him?
Surely there's a problem in the buying of players because all of them, I'm looking at the likes of Saile, Chivaviro, quite a lot.
And they all hit the ground running. You bought Dupree, and the whole consensus was Dupree was going to be your main guy. But then the next window, you were crying about a police.
Yes.
You understand? He's always crying about the latest shoes. So you have to come to a point. You have to come to a point where you stick by the players you've signed. You have to stick by your stars and say, listen, I need the DDC players to support these guys.
They should come up.
You understand? So that way you always have squad depth. Kaizer Chiefs at this moment in time is that, like I said, the project doesn't have a full picture. It's going somewhere, but it doesn't have the full picture. To have one coach at this point from last season is actually a big achievement than we actually give them credit for. Because since that season where they fell short of winning the CAF Champions League, they fell short of winning the league.
The league as
where Sundowns did the most miraculous comeback of all time. They have gone and chopped and changed coaches. And this one, Arthur Zwane believes in youth. He gets his youth into the club. Next thing, he leaves. Now the youth looks lost. People are like, oh, Pumtu. Oh, Pumtu, the same way. Then the next coach comes in, and he's like, listen, I trust Yusuf Mart. He puts Yusuf Mart into the system. He makes him his coach. His captain. And then he falls short. And then they say, no, Calvin Johnson, thank you. And he leaves. Then now they're like, okay, now Unabi. Nabi comes in. Now he's let go of Yusuf Mart. You said what I'm trying to say. Where is the stability for the players? When the players are always playing, maybe we don't know, behind closed doors, the players are always playing with that fear. This could be my last game for Chiefs. Which
is not a good thing.
How are they going to play confidently if they're always worried about this could be my last game? This could be my last appearance. So the club needs stability. One coach is a start. I don't expect them to do amazing things. I expect them to at least finish in the top 8. I expect them to at least
for this season.
I expect them to finish at least.
You don't want to see them maybe in the top 4.
I think at this point in time that will be overachieving. I mean, these things are step by step, Mr. E. They just need to get into the top 8. The coach needs to show us his core line of players, and then once we see his core, we see him in the top 8. Then he can win another trophy. Maybe he doesn't win another trophy, but those two things will be more of an improvement than them going and finishing in the top 4.
Okay, fantastic. Now, what are your predictions for this big clash here that's going to take place I think it's going to be at the Athlone Stadium, where Stellenbosch will be welcoming Mogomosi.
Well, Mr. E, in not so many words, I'm going to go with the Kaizer Chiefs. To lose this game. I'm kidding.
Okay. Is that your prediction? Would you like to retract that? Let's try again. Stellenbosch versus Kaizer Chiefs.
Let's stop and try again. Hold on, are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay, at the Winelands,
all right.
Stellenbosch will be facing Mogomosi, who's going to pick up the 3 points, or who's going to come out victorious in that game.
I won't give a winner. I'll do something I've never done before. The result will be 2-1.
To who?
I don't know. The result will be 2-1.
Why do you seem scared or frightened? Don't worry, they won't do anything to you.
No,
they don't even know where you stay.
They know where I stay.
1632. Those are the predictions of Mo. He's saying the game will be won by Stellenbosch by 2-1. What do you think of his predictions on this game? Maybe we just let's take this time to recap on today's predictions. The first game was Chippa and Mamelodi Sundowns. You said Mamelodi Sundowns going to win this one.
Yeah. By 3 goals.
By 3 goals.
Over 2.5
Over
goals.
2.5. Fantastic. And then we have Stellies facing Amakhosi.
Hey, Stellies, you said 2-1.
Did I?
You said Stellies will win. I said 2-1.
Okay.
So it's 2-1 to Stellies.
Well, my prediction, I think Kaizer Chiefs. I think this game is going to be a draw. Yeah, it's just the beginning of
why did you stop? Season. Why did you stop? You were coming. What was that?
It's going to be a draw. Yeah, you can let us know what you think about these 2 weekend games on the comment section. And before we close, I just wanted to find out on your thoughts about the MTN draw. Mamelodi Sundowns will face Orlando Pirates in a 2-legged affair.
No.
Potentially the final before the final.
That is the final before the final. I think that one will be taken by Orlando Pirates.
Orlando Pirates.
Yeah. They always manage to get one over Sundowns at the start of the season.
Yeah.
So I think
Do you know why?
Pilots.
Do you know why? Because Mamelodi Sundowns, or rather Orlando Pirates, they sprint at the beginning of the season. So they are quick to pick up all those trophies. While Mamelodi Sundowns is more like a marathon. They're going to contend with all these things. So I think you're right there. Spot on. Orlando Pirates is going to win the MTN8 for 2025-26 season. What are your thoughts on that prediction again? Can you let us know? MTN8, the big guns will be clashing. I don't have the dates as yet, but it's going to be Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates in a 2-legged affair. One of the two will potentially win the MTN8. Let us know which one it is in the comment section. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's exciting episode of the Diski Preview Show. My name is yours truly, Mr. E, and I've got more in the house.